AllBall suckers.
Rico Pablo is back at it. Rich Paul, a.k.a. one of the biggest scammers in sports history.
No wonder my allergies is hacking up.
Allegedly. He talked about Austin Reaves getting them traded for, I don't even remember who we wanted to trade him for. I think Jaren Jackson Jr. Apparently, Austin Reaves' agent stepped to Rich Paul during the game and they had a conversation. And Rich Paul sitting here.
Real quick, I like the fit. But while he's on his feet, like, right. I'm saying if we're going to do this, let's be ourselves.
Oh, no. Hold on. The day after you called him out with the jeans and the suit and tie, the day after I seen this shit pop up with the full suit on. Nah.
That's all I'm going to do. Body language says it all. I ain't got to say nothing. I keep telling y'all we ahead of the curve, but let me just real quick. That's the fit. Remember, we from where we from. You from the hood. You roll dice. You did all of that. Be in your element. I like the fit.
Probably not enough who commented on what you said actually watched the clip, even the full clip.
Right. Including my man Reg, who happens to be Austin's agent.
My man.
That's my guy. I mean, I've known him for 20 years.
Okay.
And he said, Rich, I didn't watch the shows. Okay. So we talked about it.
Pause it.
And I'm like,
don't let that fly over your heads. Rich, I didn't watch your show. Niggas ain't watching that trash shit. Yeah, chat, don't let that fly over your heads. Rich, I ain't watch your show. Ain't nobody watching that shit. Go ahead, Fabian.
I want Austin to know this is not about Austin Reaves because, one, love the player, love the person, and two, I actually need him to help me with my golf game. So I'm not trying to mess up anything with AR.
I don't remember who, I think it was I who brought up.
You brought it up.
Reaves, because you were saying this is how they could get him. And you were talking about draft picks and matching salaries and expiring. But the obvious thing is that Austin Reaves is a really good player and he's about to get paid. And there's a little bit of redundancy on the team because they already have an on-ball scorer in Luka.
But see, I'm starting to figure this out now, Max. I think you're doing this shit on purpose.
I'm setting you up.
I really do. Because this is about the fourth time you done put me in this situation by getting me to elaborate on something.
Guilty.
And the reason why you do that is because you know through our previous history that I cannot lie.
Yes, you will.
And I'm going to be straightforward.
Yeah.
And teams know this as well. But you're not slick and you won't get me again. But for the sake of this one.
I'll absolutely get you again. I'll get you on this show.
For the sake of this one, I am going to be detailed about this.
Okay.
First of all, if you watch the show, which you should, and you watch the full take, this was a hypothetical conversation we were having. Going to happen, etc. Secondly, I believe it's very complimentary to AR because he's on a team with two future Hall of Famers, and he happens to be the asset, right? So that's not a negative thing.
Unless you want to move Luka, like, you know, but we all know the reality. Look, honestly, what would you rather do if you were the Lakers and box office is not I'm trying to get them already?
No, you're not. You're not about to do that.
Let me say what I would
do. That, Max.
If I were the Lakers, I would give serious consideration to moving Luka. And I'll tell you why.
Oh my
You are going to
God.
get, if you believe there's a redundancy, Austin and Luka. Luka's a better player than Austin Reaves. I understand that. Luka's a fantastic player offensively. But if you want to win a championship, I believe that your best player needs to be someone who is willing to at least play team defense like Steph Curry. Bad defender. Steph's a bad defender. But he is a willing defender. It's not his fault he's not good at it. He's just built that way, whatever. But he's a great offensive player, not a great defensive player. But he's a willing team defender so the Warriors can field championship teams. If your best player isn't that, very hard to win a championship. There is a world in which if you're really trying to win a championship and you're the Lakers, you go, I can get X. Luka and Austin are redundant. I can get X for Austin. I can get 3X for Luka. You might consider moving Luka. This is me saying it. But do you agree with that, Rich?
Here's what I will say. I will say this, and this is complimentary to AR. If you were sitting here and you said, Rich, you take this one, I'll take that one. I'm not saying they're equal players, but what I am saying is, however you want me to start to then build the rest of my team, I'm fine either way.
Yeah, Sugarman, we still on it. You talking about
what up, Sugarman?
This is straight scambalaya from the top. We keep going viral because we keep saying we're gonna destroy the Lakers. Fuck it. Yo, trade Luka. That was his attempt.
Okay. That's definitely the clickbait to get the views. Right. But that's not New York. I'm gonna tell you what would make him New York. Go ahead, though.
This is his attempt at I will give the last shot to Andre Iguodala. That's what he keeps trying to do. But for him to even suggest Luka Doncic to trade over Austin Reaves, why are you thinking about trading either one when they were both going bananas when the season started? They played perfectly fine together. They had no issues playing their one-on-one game. They had no qualms whatsoever. There was no issues all ball. But Rich Paul, the slickster himself, hey, y'all, my man, I need some golf lessons. Got the wallows on. Huh?
So first I want to react to Max Kellerman because I don't want to react to Rich Paul until we put up the clip of what LeBron said, right? But Max Kellerman, this is what disappoints me with him. We liked you and respected you because your clickbait was at a minimum and you kind of halfway kept it real. Why are you talking about trading Luka? Why not tell LeBron's best friend to his face if you really want to clickbait, if you really want to go viral? The Lakers was doing pretty good when LeBron wasn't there. Why not think about trading LeBron? Have you spoken to your guy about removing his no trade clause and trading LeBron? Because when he wasn't there, Luka and Austin Reaves looked like the best backcourt in the NBA. Number 2 seed winning basketball games. Ball flowing. They was exciting to watch. As soon as LeBron comes back, all that stops. Why are we not talking about trading LeBron? So for me with Max Kellerman, it's like, wow, like you really went over to the dark side, bro. You're not the public access Max Kellerman no more. You're now feeding into the clickbait, feeding into the sucker shit. You even see they try to have fun a little bit to try to make their podcast a little bit more entertaining with the little banter back and forth. Talk about, you baited me. Bro, we see all of that. Get the fuck out of here. We look for y'all to give us insight, to give us some type of information, the inside of the game that we don't know about, right? We look for Rich Paul to break down certain things, maybe contracts, maybe how that shit really works with having a client and being an agent and, and then Max Kellerman, we look at you to keep it real. You the one that told, remember, what's name told Stephen A. Smith, they think Max Kellerman is blacker than Stephen A. Smith, right? Terrell Owens. Where's that at? Where's the real Max Kellerman? Why are you not up there sitting with LeBron James' best friend, keeping it real? Yo, bro, your man look like he might be the problem. Is he willing to get rid of his trade clause and maybe trade him because Luka and Austin Reaves look great together? Where was that at, Max Kellerman? So for me, that's the thing I don't like, is that y'all up there and y'all talking about the wrong topics and y'all asking the wrong questions when you have LeBron James' best friend sitting right there in front of you who happens to be an agent who represents a plethora of NBA players, and you're talking about trading Luka when it's evident his guy is the problem. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. But Rich Paul?
One second. Because you said it. LeBron James responded to the fact that Rich Paul's out here talking about players, specifically players that have been playing way better without him than with him. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.